So here we are, this is Voobly Arena Seasonal Spring 2019, we're at the finals. We did have an admin win in the semi-finals, but we did have Melkor play Dracon. Those are going to be some good games. I watched them really quickly. And we also saw a glimpse of one yesterday. They were really, really good games, so we're going to be watching those after the finals. But here we are with the finals. Vinchester, admin win against Doubt, and Melkor being Dracon. Really, really strong players here. I'm glad we managed to get a final with two very strong, well-known arena players. Always good to see that happen in an arena tournament, especially when some very strong non-arena players join. What civs do we have? We have the Franks, Fiesta, Byzantines. These are two very interesting matchups for these players, because Melkor with the Franks always pulls some exceptional stuff. He's a really good player with the Franks specifically, other civs as well, but the Franks, really incredible. And then of course we also do have Vinchester with the Byzantines, a good monk civ. He's very, very good with his monks. And generally it's a strategy surrounding them. So he's not like a particularly mass 300 monks and micro reach everyone kind of player. He really has some really good strategies when it comes to involving them. Having a look over at Melkor's map. What? Yeah, true, I would agree with that. I would have guessed Vinch would have had a good score against Doubt if he didn't win, but he's here now. Looking at Melkor's map, he kind of lamed his berries a little bit. That would be probably the best mill location there. Of course, you could always place it here, here. Not so ideal. Maybe there. I guess. So, second, gold, main stone, pretty forward. With Franks, it's always nice to have a main stone because if you take map control, then you could always place a forward castle quite easily and cheaply. It's a good way to put on pressure, especially if you already have non-ranged units like scouts and knights out or onto the map already, which Melkor's quite well known for doing. Second gold not being that good is not a huge problem. Main gold in the back, pretty safe. Second gold, second stone must be outside, yep. So he has two inside golds, pretty safe, main one and the second one, but not really any stone. It's okay. I mean, it's not worth using a Rion. You could definitely have worse maps. You have a quite nice amount of back area here, which is always quite nice. Your Franks, you're booming, maybe you want to, you get pushed by something heavy like monks, you want to expand out in the later game, you know, throw up a castle, defend, boom behind. Quite nice to have that. So I think it's an okay map from Melkor. It's not a great one, but it's not quite what I would re-over. Of course, both players now have 3 deer. This map's changes are kind of like a stock arena with 1800 HP walls in Feudal and Dark Age. But at the same time, it's got a little bit of tournament fairness changes. For example, each player will start with the same number of deer. It could still be 3, it could still be 4, but if you have 3, your opponent has 3. If you have 4, your opponent has 4. They'll also spawn inside. You will also spawn with 2 boars inside, but your sheep can still spawn outside and be lamed. You also start with a King of the Desert-like sheep already in your control. And yeah, it's proving quite nice for some players. We haven't really seen any Chinese picks so far, because of course there's always stronger civs in the Age of Kings, like Teutons, Turks, that kind of thing. But I would say that China could be a really strong pick, especially for someone like Vinch. Vinch could have always picked something like China. They do have the option to pick 3 Age of Kings civs in this best of 7. 3 Age of Kings, 1 from AOC, 1 from Age of Forgotten Empires, 1 from Age of, well, African Kingdoms, another one from Rise of Rajas. The reason there's 3 AOK is because there's just simply so many of them compared to the other civs. It's like 13, or like Rajas has like 4. Don't quote me on that 13 though. Looking over at Vinch's base, main gold prey out there, second gold and second stone prey out there, so the second gold in the back is kind of a saving grace. I don't see any extras back here, no. Just a second gold and a main stone. For Byzantines, the main stone maybe not that important. Fast imp monk treb is kind of what I go quite often. So that's going to be quite an interesting fight. Yesterday, did Vinch pick Goths? I don't recall. Is that in the game where they picked their opponent's civ? Because that was something different entirely. That was just so much we had to fill a bit of gap time that we had. 2 farms, quite early. 3 farms even. Not gonna get house, good on you, Vinch. I'm not entirely sure what he's going for with this much food economy. He's not going for a smash. He could even be going for a fast imp. We saw yesterday he went for some incredible strategies with the Saracens. He went for, we're playing hidden scores in which you can't see players age up, and he went for a 30 pop Dark Age FC into like triple range cavalry archers as Saracens. It was crazy. Absolutely love Vinch's playstyle. Travel lumberjack there, but then again it happens to me all the time and I don't really notice too big of a difference. It is pretty unfortunate if he doesn't notice though. Melkor's doing his usual build. Vinch is up with the 27+2. That could be a pretty generic boom, maybe like a double monastery opening into boom behind. You want to go up with that kind of population with it's only 9 on wood, 3 on gold. Maybe he's going archers. I can definitely see Vinch going archers with this build order. And finally that Woodville sorted herself out. Melkor is going to do his usual, probably go scouts. He's against Byzantines though, so you might want to try and whip out cavalry archers as Franks. That's something I would expect to see him do in this case. I'm going to bet... Ooh, I don't know, I would say it's like 60% he's going to go archer range, 40% stable. Arena Seasonal Spring also has these spring-like features, all the grass and all that. The plan is that there's only going to be one Voobly Arena Seasonal map, but of course it's going to be changed as it goes. It will automatically update its Voobly mod. So when it becomes, it's now spring, but when it comes summer, we're going to see summer features instead of spring. And if you already have the map, the spring right now, it's going to update by the time it gets to summer automatically. So it's going to change with the seasons, that's the hope. Vinch is going for Market Blacksmith with 27+2 with 3 on gold. I don't quite know his plan here, because the amount of farms does suggest he's not going to try a very all-in smush. Maybe it's not quite enough to do a very fast imp, at least, into monks. So I'm thinking maybe he wants to open a double monastery and boom behind. That's where I would think. He has a decent amount of wood for that. Yeah, that's quite a lot of villagers on wood. 5 on gold will run 2 monasteries. Oh, he went for a stable. That's interesting. He didn't scout much from the Byzantine player. I don't know why he wouldn't really be expecting monks from Byzantines where he want to go cavalry archers. I watched him do it yesterday against Burmese, and honestly he just wrecked monks. So simple 28+2 scout seems to be the motif here. Quite a lot of villagers on wood, 4 on gold. That is perfectly okay. He's going to be able to do his usual add TCs behind making some map control. He's not going to really win too well against double monastery rather. I feel double monastery is quite effective against eagle scouts, but it's not as effective against normal scouts. I don't quite know what that is. And the scouts are just going to be taking the map control. Vinch now knows this. So with 300 gold, that's quite a lot of gold banked up if he's not going to go for mass monks. Maybe might even see triple monastery. Just try and counter the scouts by just having so many numbers. Looks like double monastery is saving a lot of wood for TCs, I guess. 1 TC? Yeah, coming up there. I don't think he's going to have too easy a time getting these relics. Looking at the relic position, they're actually quite far away from Vinch's base. This is quite a lot of distance to travel with a lot of monks. So when you've got 5 scouts, you have a huge opportunity to snipe monks in this area. Same with this one, there's no gate over in this direction, only one here. So unless he wants to open his base, which he doesn't want to do with this many scouts floating around. Oof, the lame. Then yeah, he's going to have a little bit of an issue with that. Melkor's going to have an easier time picking up the relics, this one for example. This one's not too bad, he does have a gate here, which makes it a little bit more livable. And of course he does have a map control with the scouts. We're going to need to see like at least like 5-6 monks from Vinch massed up before they're going to be able to be effective against the scouts. Is Melkor adding more? Yeah, he even researched light cavalry, now he's adding more light cav. This is going to be really strong to the map control. Vinch is currently 2 TC, so he's not, you know, 3 TC booming, so you're putting yourself behind by doing what Melkor's doing. But Vinch is not on 3 TC, which means, you know, he's not going to be racing ahead. Melkor is now on 3 TC though, so he automatically has the economy advantage. He's not going to click up as quickly, he's not going to get those techs because Byzantine's just that good for clicking up fast. They get Dar Blast really quickly, those kind of things. So what is my thoughts on this? I think Vinch is gonna really struggle to make these monks worth it. He's gonna be behind in economy. He does have the tech tree to win late game. He does have a good opportunity for that anyway. What's Melkor going to do against Byzantines in the late game? Throwing axes could be quite hard. Onagers could be really hard when you're against Byzantine monks as well as their bomber cannons. The lack siege engineers though, Franks do have a good edge over them by just getting their own bomber cannons, that kind of thing. Throwing axe is really strong. But aside from that, it's going to be tricky. I don't really know how Melkor is going to have a chance to afford options like cavalry mixed with throwing axes or hand cannoneers, that kind of thing. That might be his best bet if he could afford it, but if he can is the problem there. So Vinch is going ham on the map here, and he is going to lose 3 monks. Oh, really nice for Vinch. As long as that goes down though. Monks getting cleared up, there's a lot of light cav still in the field, so nobody's going to get the relics, but at the same time Melkor's not going to have an easy time getting them. The extras on the map, speaking of which, 2 extra stones over here and extra gold over here. They're really balanced, the extra golds, but the 2 stones are in the same place. Again, pretty much between the players. So both players have enough light cav to actually rush this at the moment. Are we going to see a knight or something with Melkor? Maybe just more light cav. This is going to be quite difficult now because these monks can easily just pick up the relics. Melkor can't do anything with these light cav at the moment. He could heal them, but he would have to drop the relic ASAP and just quickly do that. He does have the light cav to win any light cav fight here though. Vinch is no longer making the monks, is he? He's making 1 monastery monks. Lots of gold down already, but then again lots of food down for the Frank player. He's ahead in the boom by about 6 villagers. Similar military, not monks though. The Byzantine player are probably going to be able to click up fast, but I don't think any of the fast options are going to be able to do too much against this kind of strong economy. These monks should be sniped. If they aren't... Oh, he's a little bit late on noticing though. Did we see a convert? No, we didn't. And he has to run from this fight with 2 light cav. He's adding another one though. If he adds another one, he's actually... Oh, 1 got converted. That's a shock. Okay, I think Vinch has a good chance of getting those relics now. 2 from Melkor. Easily grab the 3rd one over here, so he's going to be ahead anyway for free. But of course, both players investing a lot into this. And the monk's going to get sniped. He should be able to run from this. As long as he keeps running, he's going to be okay. Loses this light cav fight down here, but does have monks on standby. A monk anyway. Vinch selling wood to up? Yes, Vinch is going to up. He has lots of food though, sell a couple, just a couple hundred food and you'll be able to click up his Byzantines. Melkor looking for a monk to snipe here. He realizes he can't really run back with this with so much light cav for Vinch. So if he snipes this monk, it's going to be quite easy for him to run with his light cav back home, and maybe then he could actually start considering taking these fights. 1 relic for Vinch coming in. Will Vinch get this one? Probably not. Actually, looking at the... Oh yeah, definitely not. Melkor is still massing light cav. I'm not sure Vinch wants to commit more monks. No, I don't think he does into trying to get this. Huh. Vinch got hand... Oh, he didn't have up buildings. That's quite unfortunate. Selling resources to get up buildings when... Well, I mean, to click up when he doesn't have up buildings. It's unlucky. Not entirely sure what both players are going to do, but we have a 13 villager lead from Melkor. Frank's Tech Tree is, of course, not something to laugh about. He's now mining stone, though, with quite a few villagers, so he should be able to get a fort castle at some point. He can catch this one out, but he doesn't know which of these he's going to have to aim for. So he's splitting up the Lycav, that's fine. Archery ranges, we're going to see Arbalest. Oh, is he going to be able to snipe this before it gets in the gate? Oh, that's pretty... Oh, Vinch is running away from it though, not opening the gate. He's actually getting it out in the open. Losing his outside villager, so he's going to have a slower time building the ranges. He's going to try and add some spears, but of course they're not going to do much against the Lycav. The Lycav are just massively outnumbered and out-taking them. Vinch's entire forward here, well not forward, but attempt at a push here, it's just getting destroyed because he can't build the ranges as much as he wants to. Monk coming in, but getting killed instantly. He does still have 3 relics sitting in here, 1 monk here he could send up. No monks coming out for Vinch though. Vinch actually can't grab this relic. Does have a lot of resources though. He could easily go Warblast, he could easily get Hulb, he could get any unit he wants. Knight coming out from Melkor. That's going to be a big help against, of course, the ranged units as well as the Spearmen. Knights definitely perform a lot better than Lycav do. More stables coming out. He's 50% up to Imperial Age, only about 40 seconds behind Vinch, so it's not going to be too much considering... Because Franks do have a good economy, they have a nice boom. So I see nothing wrong with Franks being up at the same time, or similar time. Fort Castle probably going to come up. I mean, we're seeing monasteries here, we're seeing archery ranges. Melkor currently owns this area, and as long as he keeps that control and gets a castle here maybe, just somewhere, anywhere in this remote area where he could actually start denying these buildings, that could be pretty huge for him. And both players basically hang imp at a similar time. Chain-barding armor come from Melkor, handcart, a bit late, but... Vinch going for pikemen, he's going to go for Arbalest plus Halberdier. Maybe not as a combination together, maybe he's going to go for one then the other, and maybe try and add in siege, maybe siege rams, maybe bomber cannons. Chemistry, yeah, coming in. That's okay. Man-at-Arms from Melkor. He wants to go champion as his way of killing the halbs, and cavalier. That's going to be incredibly food intensive. He's going to need a lot of farmers. 50 farmers? That's a decent amount for this stage. Okay, this castle holds in the middle of the map. It's quite good. Franks with 4 relics is going to be incredibly hard to stop. Villager count wise, Melkor is 20 ahead, but of course that's not huge when all you're making is cheap Byzantine halberdiers. Some Arbalest, they're a little bit costly on the gold, but they're not too massively resource intensive on their own. So, as I said, probably not a huge problem. Oh, he manages to make his way in though, but he's just kind of running into halbs. I think he thought maybe he'd be able to get away with a little bit more. But not quite. Sniping 1 monk, losing quite a bit there. He's going chivalry. Probably to research Paladin quicker. I can see Paladin being decent, but against Byzantine halbs, he could just spam so many of them. Even with this economy, 87 villagers is enough to spam almost as many halbs as a generic civ can. If not, definitely enough when you're compared to Byzantines. Almost enough stone for another castle. He's running villagers around here. Does he want to hit this gold? Does he want to TC the extras? He has Cavalier, he has decent map scouting. Both players are pretty complete map scouting. Cavalier easily going to clean this up. Definitely not enough halbs. Maybe enough halbs. That'll be a close fight anyway. If this gold gets trapped though, Vinch might have a little bit of a problem later game. He can't always go trash. Trash doesn't count things like throwing axes to champions that Melkor was going for a bit. I actually didn't seem to develop that more than Man-at-Arms. He got Man-at-Arms, but nothing after that. That's quite interesting. So here we go, bomber cannons finally. Oh, but that has to sit out in the open. We have enough paladins here to clean up the halbs, definitely. Paladins vs halbs, no brainer really. Halbs just aren't quite strong enough, but again, they are cost efficient, and when we're talking about the gold here, I think if Melkor secures the map, gets all the access to the gold, then these efficient trades might be what Vinch might be looking for. But is he going to lose the game before then is the question. Conscription coming out, not a trip, no bomber cannons in sight, no chemistry as far as I could see. Chemistry. Nope, no chemistry for the Frank player. What is his siege option? Looks like Trebs, he's got conscription. He's probably going to try maybe mass some more castles. He has decent amount on stone there. Where was this other stone out here? Yep. Yeah, I think maybe he might plant mass castles so he could then go throwing axemen later, but that has the advantage of giving you a lot of trebs at first anyway. This castle is probably going to find its way down. Bracer being quite huge on that, actually taking over that gold. Bomber cannon is going to help over here. But the paladins are going to be able to snipe bomber cannons quite easily because they have to come quite close out of the base, and paladins, of course, they can tank some arrow fire under the castle for quite some time before they die. Byzantine castle, quite high HP, not going to go down anytime soon though. Just in case you're wondering, if you want to know what graphical mods I use, do !mods in the chat. Vinch is going to be struggling here because he has to mass a lot of halbs and then something like bomber cannons behind. Does he have the room to do that? It actually has a little bit of room. That's a lot of racks you can fit in their back area, maybe a little bit more to boom, only a little bit though. Without map control, Vinch really does feel a little bit pinched in here. I think this is a good fight for Vinch. Even if 10 paladins survive, there's just enough barracks here to just basically kill the paladins as they come in. I think Vinch does have a good trade, as long as that gate stays blocked. If it unblocks though, and paladins make their way here, kills the gold miners, then we'll have to see how Melkor's economy can sustain making paladins, and he really can. That is a huge amount. Okay, Trebs killing the gate. If that happens, then Vinch might be pretty GG. Yeah, Vinch calling GG. How many helps do you have left in the end? Well, not including all these. Oh, I can't shift click that when the game's ended? Less than maybe about 10 halbs killing the paladins. Yeah, that's pretty hard to stop, given Melkor Frank's really difficult civ. Byzantines was a nice pick though. So we're just waiting on the next game to start. Vinch had an admin win against Dalt because Dalt didn't show up. From what I can work out, Dalt didn't know what time zone GMT was. Like, that's the only thing I could actually think of based on his response, where he showed up like late and he says he showed up on time. But like, not responding to the messages after he just shows up an hour and a half late or something like that is it's really hard to reschedule something that's been missed if they don't respond. No, Dad got disqualified for being late. Without communicating. Because he still needed to play a match because I didn't want to throw him into the bronze bracket against someone who doesn't lose, so... I believe what I just said made no sense, but... I think next time, the next Voobly Arena seasonal, it's only going to be the finals that will be live, because the scheduling when you've got players that just don't communicate at all is going to be what's making things pretty difficult. in a tournament, popularity doesn't matter. It's for example, if the lowest elo like Glocken got this far, he would have the same treatment. Was Glocken the lowest or was it Dark Noob? Oh, it was Dark Noob because it was Dark Noob in game 1 in the qualifinals. Quarterfinals, I mean. I don't personally believe players should get special treatment, even if their behavior is not quite ideal in the tournament. I can only think is that daylight savings time screwed him up. But even then, he was like half an hour late. If we take into account the hour late that daylight savings would have made him, and then he didn't respond to the communication after that. That one will forever remain a mystery. I didn't have too many notes about game 2 there. I feel I've seen that kind of stuff a lot before. Game 1 there. But now we're moving into game 2. So let me just quickly go to the lobby and click resume before the lobby grabs itself. Here we have two very interesting picks. Huns via Spanish. I think the Spain have a really nice advantage here. Before I get into what I'm thinking with this, let's just quickly go over the map. Vinch's map is atrocious. I mean, sure, wall across there, you gotta save second stone. You shouldn't have to do that though if you had a good map. No back area at all. He has a nice safe main stone, which is Spain is quite important. You have to play aggressive. Really bad main gold. I'm not entirely sure what Vinch can do here. He just sort of has to go Conquistadors, maybe Castle here to play the main gold. Melkor over here, he has the really bad main gold. Quite a bad, especially at this distance, main stone. Yeah, it's his second gold, both second gold and an extra. Pretty bad position for him to get. Nice second in the back though, so, and an extra stone. Second stone outside, so he has a second and extra in back. It's not too bad. This is going to be a really tricky map to play because those extras are not going to help you too much, especially stone when you're Huns. It looks like we have a pause. So while we're here, let me talk about what I think about this map. And let me just quickly refer to the handbook. I don't know if I would describe this as a bugged map personally. Ah, Jim, welcome. Where did I even put these roles? Let's see. Players one more trap villagers. Try and list fire. Don't you mean they're having the Hin Cup final on the day of the arena tournament? Melkor calls his re. Alright, so we're just waiting on the game to start. That was really bad for Melkor. He couldn't access those seconds on the right. It's not quite a bugged map because they're not trapped behind the wood line. They are technically out in the open of the map. I wouldn't personally consider that one bugged. I would say that one's sketchy, so that's why I put in the rule for admins can decide loosely based on the map what is technically bugged and what isn't. I would say that isn't because of course he didn't have trap cheap there, he didn't have big problems, he only had 1 second there. He did have access to all his main resources that were listed in the bugged map list. So here we have a re. And this is game 2 of the finals of Voobly Arena Spring 2019. We have better maps for both players, I think. Oh yeah, definitely for Vinch. Still pretty close though. A little bit better for Melkor here. Let me just re-go over what I was thinking in the past game when they're so close. You can't go scouts when you're that close. You can't prevent a forward castle. You can go Cavarch against the Conquistadors, which is probably the best you could do, especially as Huns. It's a quite good counter. But it's not ideal when you're close. You need some room for them to run around. They're mobile units, the same with Conquistadors. But having a castle and being that close is a really nice way to push. So I think Vinch had a really nice map last game, and it's quite good that Melkor did a re on it. His main gold is still kind of atrocious, but a nice main stone in the back, a second gold in the back, and extra gold in the back. That's quite a nice map. Decent bit back here to move to as well. Usually, you know, this would be trees here, and you'd have like a line along here of free ground to build in, which is not ideal for farm space, but this is really nice. Having a look out on the map. What are we seeing? Vinch is going ham on the scouting. He was hoping Melkor would be there to lame him, but that's not the case. Has Melkor gotten all of his sheep yet? Yeah, he does, because he has the 2 inside. Vinch also has all his sheep, and his map looks ballin', especially Spanish when you want to like go Conquistadors. You could easily add some castles into the mix. Second gold, not ideal. Berries is okay, but doesn't really matter. Main gold, main stone, quite safe there, I would say. It's close to the edge, but it's not, you know, it's far enough for pretty much anything to hit. Main gold, really nice. Second stone, really nice. Extra stone in the back. He has a lot of stone safe as well as a safe main gold. For Spain, that's really good. So what are we going to see here when they're this close? I don't know. Vinch again. Vinch does this every game. Also, Mr. Dutt, I love you. Don't worry, this is not going to be in the VOD. Well, it is, but nope, I got nothing. Vinch is such a madman when it comes to taking his boars in arena. He doesn't care what it is, his own boars even, he just lures them with his scout every time. It is fantastic, I love seeing it. Even the risky shooter with the TC, he does these max efficiency things. He just has some really nice precise builds when it comes to this. Taking a look at Melkor, pretty much standard stuff. I don't think he's going to go scouts, I think he is going to go Cavarch. It's probably the best you could do against expecting Conquistadors. Doubt didn't lose, he had an admin loss. I should probably make a command just to explain that story. Come on, Vinch, it's time to lure your next boar. I just love seeing him do it because he just doesn't care about scout wars later on. He just allows the boar to damage his scout. Yeah, this board's actually going to come in quite nice timing if you push lures it in now. So what are we going to see towards the later game? That I don't really know. It's going to be just a mass cav war, and I think the Spain can win it with whatever unit they go, especially if they add in their own siege rams. That is kind of the only thing I could think of. I mean, we did see a similar matchup with... It might have been Huns via Spanish. It was Melkor via Skogo the other day. Maybe not Huns, maybe it was Magyars? Yeah, it was Magyars. And honestly, I think Spain could definitely win this matchup as long as you have whatever combination, your own conquistadors. Mix in other units, maybe skirms, whatever, just have some siege rams mixed in, you could definitely have a good push. Not entirely sure what the late game plan for the Spain is though, when it comes to Vinch playing them. I'm thinking conquistadors is going to be the opening, yeah. One lumber camp? He's planning to actually push this one quite hard. Probably 27 plus 2. Yeah, it looks like it. Or maybe he's going to straggle gold, sell stone, sell some wood maybe. Vinch 27 plus 2, struggling some gold. That's quite a nice FC that he's pulling off here. Very, very fast conquistadors when you're in this area is going to be quite good, especially since Melkor's going for map control. He's going to be clicking up. He's only going to be getting his first scout out, I believe, by the time that Vinch wants to start building his castle. So that's quite a good move, quite a nice build he's getting there. Not too much to think about because Huns is kind of linear. I did actually see him go, actually I'm not going to spoil that, but his play with the Huns against Dracont in one of the semi-final games. I was quickly speeding through it, the Rex that he gave me this morning, and honestly it is something impressive. My money is on with this adding 4 to gold after clicking up. He's probably going to go cavalry archers because that's the only thing you really need that much gold for. Might make some archers on the way up just to prevent a forward castle, especially if he sees Vinch being up so fast. Maybe you might want to prevent a forward like monasteries being built up. Spain can smush if you look at their monk tech tree. It's pretty complete. In fact, it's the only truly complete one because it does have the missionary. Really nice unit. I want to see some donkeys in the tournament, but you don't see them too often these days. Vinch remembers, this is something I frequently forget, it's always that Spain can build both buildings with 2 villagers, rather than 2 on the market, 1 on the blacksmith. I forget it all the time, I know it there, I know it's there, I know it exists. If you tell me about Spain, I know it, but in practical games I just blindside it completely. Now he's moving to gold, that's a lot on stone, he's going to have 650 stone 1 before he hits castle age. Archery range coming up. Ranged blacksmith rather than with the market, so he's not planning to abuse the market a little bit. He is actually planning to get upgrades like fletching. Not a lot of food economy for Spain, but then again, as soon as he drops his sports color farms with these villagers, he's going to have quite a lot. And of course when these guys are done, he could just use those to do other things. 8 on wood's pretty good. 1 lumber camp, a little bit on the inefficient side, but it's not kicking in much yet. He does have this micro beautifully. Hopefully we don't see too much in the way of stuck fills. Another stone miner, okay. He wants to get wood, but not too much of it. Maybe he doesn't want to add TCs. Maybe he wants to go monastery, siege workshop right away, do some really strong aggression, proper 1 TC stuff. At least that's what I hope for, because that's what I like to see. No archers coming out yet. Lots of resources to do so, so he's going to Probably just wait. Oh, one arch. Yeah, there we go. I think Melkor's just going to go cavalry archers. There's not going to be anything too special about that. Unless he does what I saw him do against Drakont. As I said, if he does that, that would just be so impressive. I think Melkor deliberately showing his... Yes, he definitely scouted Vinch, so he's deliberately showing his archer here. And that forces it to be built at home. That's not an amazing move, but it's definitely a nice one to prevent yourself getting a forward castle. You still have to deal with conquistadors, but if you prevent it being built here or here, then you've got all this room here to fight with cavalry archers. One range though, one range CA. I mean, Hunt stables work faster than other ranges. Double? Monastery, okay. There we go, CA. Not a lot of wood, did he add a TC? Oh my god, how are you building this? I've never seen anything built between two trees before like that. I've never seen that before. I've only ever seen two buildings, sure, but trees, it just never seems to work. It's like if you tried to cut through a diagonal tree. That is crazy. One range CA, I don't think it's going to quite match the Conquistadors, of course, especially when he gets the one armor upgrade. That's really strong. Melkor really needs to get Bodkin Arrow for the CA to do anything. One range is not going to be enough in my opinion, but two TCs? I think that could definitely sustain the economy. There we go, another range. He's not going to have much hope to get the relics right away. I think Vinch is going to try and focus. No monastery? But Siege Workshop, maybe he's going to add a TC then. 2 on stone, I'm not entirely sure what 2 on stone means. It's more than he needs to have TCs, it's less than he needs to have a castle quickly. Maybe he just aims to have a castle one day. Not quite the best way of thinking, but... See, heavy plough, no university. I mean, he did put this TC on wood. He does have resources he might want to protect. Maybe even stick it here would be okay, a little bit risky, since it is quite forward. Is that in the stable bloodlines? Probably. I'm not sure he's planning to go CA and then like some kind of like have someone to try and snipe the mangonel. That's not gonna work. Although I don't see him adding his own mangonels anytime soon. He has enough to run these, so I don't know why he needs extra food other than bloodlines. A couple of monks can be quite nice here against the conquistadors. He's trying to build a wall here, and obviously that makes this wall stick out, so Vinch can see he's going to try to build a wall. So he has to bring his conquistadors nearby to make sure he snipes the villager trying to build that. If he doesn't, but if he does that, then he's vulnerable to the monks, he's vulnerable to the cav arch. Oh, convert happened, and the mangonel's getting hit, but that's not enough CA. That's really close though. Quickly fix that up, get a really quick snipe, and Finch is behind. Finch is not adding more mangonels. He's on TCs, he must be. He isn't. Huh. No more siege, no more... Oh, yikes. No more siege, no monastery. There we go, more siege. Still making conquistadors, so the economy looks okay. Decent amount of gold, decent amount of food. He could easily just stay to 1 TC and imp really quickly, unless he decides to pull out and then just like add a bunch of TCs and boom. I don't think that's too likely. Bloodlines now coming in. Still no siege workshop, no uni for ballistics. He's overqueued these a little bit, so you could definitely afford to just quickly build a university here or something, just block this off a little bit. Might be his best situation. And the conks just outnumbered. But leather archer armor coming in, that's going to make him really resistant to the cavalry archers. He still needs a mangonel, he still needs a monk. For example, the monk there died, but it'll let a couple of CA get, both CA get massive hits on the conks. Conks might get cleared up here, but the mangonels are just going to come in. There's nothing to stop those. No old mangonels, no ballistics to quickly kill the conks. And now the conks are free to raid. Sure, the mangonels are dead, but then again, so's your economy if that happens. I don't like this decision a lot. Allow yourself to get raided. Then again, this TC is pretty protective. So it's just the one wood line. If you relocate that wood line, then those conks can't actually do much. And he is ahead 10 villagers. That might change. Conquistador's pretty strong here. I think maybe he's going to plant quickly wall that one up to TC. It's a good economy. You could want TC cavalry archers as Huns, but 2 TC is going to give him that little bit of extra economy. He could up quite fast, maybe get Bracer, maybe Chemistry eventually. And that might give him some really nice leverage, especially against cavalry. At least early on. No loom. Something you need. Oh, and the conk's just going to get trapped, so he's just going to have to micro them. Oh, but without ballistics, they're not killing too much. So this is going to find its way to patched up. What is Vinch doing? He's massing conquistadors, he's staying, adding TCs, adding 1 TC anyway. What's Vinch's plan? More siege, more conks, he's going to try and make a bigger push at some point. And this could be really annoying. Like, oh, that can snipe so many villagers, especially with that loom. Yikes. That's pretty unfortunate, but then again, both players on 2 TCs. I don't see a third coming out from either player, especially since Vinch is ready to build another castle though. If he builds this one quite ballsy, he has 3 mangonels maybe, then I don't see there's too much that the cavalry archers can stop at this point. Melkor not rewalling a fort castle up here would be devastating, especially here. That would be a real killer. University for ballistics coming up though, that's going to be huge against the conks. 4 pierce armor in total against 8 damage though. 4, we're looking at 55 HP. He doesn't have a stable to get bloodlines yet, so we're looking at 10, 14 shots to kill a conk, I believe, off the top of my head. 10. No, 12, what I'm on about. And more than 12 CA, so these are going to be able to one-shot each conk with ballistics inbound. Again, no own mangonels, nothing to clear up the mangonels, he's going full CA. Some +2 nice would be a real big help here. Oh, but if the mangonels go down, there is nothing preventing Vinch from surviving this. He's going to snipe the vills in time though. He's going to have to sacrifice a lot and just sort of like tank hits and able to kill the vills. Oh, but the miss micro. The castle's going to go up. He's screwed. He needs to like... There's nothing he can do if he ups. He needs to like ram or something. He's slightly ahead in economy and he does have relics. Well, he's starting to get them anyway. But what does he have to clear this up? Market, TC coming up. TC probably just to defend. Maybe he wants to up really quickly. Of course, Hunt Trebs are really nice because they do have the extra accuracy. They always win a lot of Treb wars that way. The only way you can really beat it is Warwolf Trebs. And of course, Yasama can't help because in Treb wars you do move around quite a bit sometimes. Melkor, I need to remember his name is Melkor, apparently. He's imping? How far away is Vinch? What can Huns do against Spanish when Spain is full castle age and he's imps? Sure, Bracer, Chemistry, that will absolutely melt the conquistadors. But the castles here are still a big problem. He doesn't have a castle of his own. He's actually going quite heavy on stone, so maybe he might have one soon-ish. Oh, but the gold's kind of GG. But he has plenty of gold in the back. If he just moves them all now, starts taking the gold in the back, he'd have a slightly better time. Do we see husbandry already? No, we don't. Still no bloodlines for Vinch. No real good advantage anymore. Bloodline's now coming in for Vinch. Vinch going to be a lot stronger. He's not imping. 3 TCs, that's a decent amount of farms. Doesn't have ones around this one though. He has 2 castles. He's trying to run them conks, I think. I don't know. I'm not entirely sure Vinch is going to have the gold to imp anytime soon if this is the way he keeps going. Yeah, he's going for quite a hefty castle commitment, and that's not going to work out if Melkor gets Bracer, but I don't know. Can Melkor really go Rams against this? He doesn't have the wood count. He's spending all on CA. Ah, there we go. He'd afford to build the castle. Panic build the castle with all the villagers. That's a nice way to do it. And Vinch is going to build a forward castle. What if that gets up? Well, chances are it probably will. Melkor's Bracer's about to kick in though, so the conks are going to struggle. And Trebs are finally going to start coming out. And that is in range. Melkor could just run here, kill the villagers. There we go. Siege Castle is going to get trebbed, and so far, Siege Workshop, there we go. Rams? Please tell me Rams. If Vinch gets Rams out, then he's going to be able to stop the Trebs, the Cav Arch. Otherwise, Melkor's just going to be able to treb down these castles. If he takes down this one, he's in a good position. Takes back a lot of security on the 250 gold left. Vinch probably, yeah. Siege Drum, maybe not, maybe Cap Drum. But again, no Siege for Melkor yet. No even Siege Workshop. No chemistry to finalize upgrades. Melkor needs another plan. He's going to build another castle probably here. 3 relics. Make that 4. He's going to have a decent layer game lead, but of course Spain do have a nice full tech tree when it comes to trash, and they also do have Seed Ram, so help plus Seed Ram. Nice cheap combination, pretty gold free. And that's going to be enough to somewhat counter the Huns without having the relics or much map gold control. Extra gold though, still out on the map. Nothing too risky here. Vinch is on TCs though, he wants to really bin this one out. He is 7 villagers ahead, he did have the extra TC running for quite a bit longer. And now of course he's now a TC ahead of that. This all getting walled off. But if we see like 7 capped rams or something, this is all gone. Melkor sees it, and his own mangonels. Like, sure, mangonels can help. If you have like 3 mangonels, you might take down a couple siege rams before they kill your castle, but it's not significant enough, I don't feel. No chemistry yet. Cap Dran coming in for Vinch now that he's in. I think Melkor might change his mind now that he has to come up with something. Maybe cavalry? Like the Cav Archers have cavalry in front? Maybe Hussar? Might be kind of his best bet here. He does have a decent amount of cavalry arch. He is still adding to them, so he could take it as a strong investment. Vinch losing the 1 relic he does have control over. Light Cav now coming in, but no more upgrades to the cavalry archers, and they're going to have ring archer armor, which is huge. That basically negates both bracer and chemistry, and of course Melkor only has 1 of those upgrades. Marauders. Melkor wants Tarkans against Vinch. What would Spanish make that would, other than skirms? That's a really expensive way to counter skirms. That's such a weird one. Sure, it's going to kill the rams, of which there's going to be mass seed rams soon. And the Trebs will go down in the process. He just still needs something to take out the... There we go. This castle's going to go down. This whole area here is going to be cleared out. Then he might have Light Cav. Is he moving out onto the map? He somewhat does have a castle here. He has to start securing these resources though, because he's about to lose so much over here. Chemistry only now just coming in. That's going to be okay to help against the conks, but again, they have a lot of armor now. I think Vinch is playing this one beautifully. He could really win this right at this point. He does only have conquistadors. He doesn't have any army other than siege. That's going to be too significant. if Melkor maybe used these trebs against here while he was trying to micro. Tarkin's coming in, gonna clean this up. Castle will definitely go down, but especially now with atheism, actually, the Tarkins don't have good upgrades, but they still should be able to snipe this as long as the conks can go down to the castle and the cavalry archers. But will they? It's definitely looking tight. There's still a lot of conk numbers. There's not too many cav arch. Ranges are down, only one left, I think. 2 left now. Treb's going down, TC's going down. Sure, he's getting pushed out, but he's going to get help. He researched Halberdier. And he is making them, so what is he going to plan to do? Tarkin's going to melt. He's not rewalling this, he didn't really lose any resources. This gold is pretty much almost completely taken. But the trebs are gone, he's not going to be able to push much further without that. He still has all this to contend with. No siege ram of his own. Of course, without siege engineers, both civs have equal siege rams. Forging, working more on the Tarkins. Is he trying to pull a cavalry with cavalry archers behind, but with Tarkins in CA? I mean, it's an interesting one. I believe Tarkins, when elite, have an okay amount of damage. They have a really high HP for the cost. They're really cheap in terms of their gold cost for their HP, I think. Wrong civ. 60 gold? It's not too bad. Mass Tarkins here could be able to clean some stuff up. Is he still making cav arch? He has a lot of gold. 4 relic. 5th relic was taken back again by Vinch. Taking this gold over here, he's gonna probably get pushed off it. These conquistadors are gonna try to push him off this gold anyway, I feel. They're gonna fail at it, but heavy cav archer incoming, Parthian tactics incoming is gonna be fully upgraded minus any sort of armor upgrade, which doesn't matter too much against conquistadors. And the Tarkin should be a decent enough meat shield to kill the rams. Well, he can't see this yet, but he will be able to easily get over there. Now he can see it. Yep, he's going straight for it. He's going to be able to kill the rams when the rams are gone. But the thing is, what if the conquistadors can run right in here? Then what? What if Vinch just went straight through here with the conquistadors? Absolutely clean everything up. And he doesn't quite have enough to do this. He's going to try to repair it just to hold off a little bit, but yeah, he's running from this fight. He's not taking it. Decent amount of helps, but not the world's end. No castles left. No castles left, and he is getting pushed in the middle. He has nothing to fight that with. He's going to win this fight out here, for sure. There's not really a chance Vinch can win this with so little helps. But Melkor losing at home. I don't think he's noticed. Well, maybe he has with the CA. Farming economy? Well, he has a lot of farms. It's 46, it's still quite a lot when you've just lost like a good 25 or something here. Lost control of this gold, but he did take a decent amount of it, so it doesn't matter too much, and he still has access to this gold. He needs a castle to get elite Tarkin if he wants to keep going Tarkins. If not, he has to switch to light cav, which are going to be quite a bit more vulnerable to other things. Losing his base, he has to really build back here. Vinch is playing this one beautifully. He still has a lot of conquistadors, which are elite now. Really nice upgrades there. And a lot of siege rams. I think if Vinch went full help siege ram now, he'd have a perfectly fine time. I think maybe he's just having conquistadors because he can. They're a nice gold efficient unit at this point. Can Vinch be starved of gold? Maybe not. His main gold must be gone by now. Everything's kind of gone here. Yeah, is this all? I mean, that's still a decent bit of gold, but, you know, very, very long plan. Maybe he's going to struggle. But he is winning right now, and that is the key thing. If he's winning now, then easy. This gold, going to have control taken by Vinch. He does see this. He's sending a lot of villagers to build that. Melkor does not see it. He does not have time watch. Maybe he doesn't have the other one either. Nope, time control. And Melkor calls the GG. Not too much he could have done to win this one. Vinch played really well. Tarkin's dubious choice. Oh wait, no, that's not correct. No one saw the scores there. Yep. And movably disconnected, always fun. Alright, so we're gonna have a 3-minute break. Vinch needs to take a quick break and I could use one. So I will see you all in just a few minutes. And we are back. I'm glad we have a 1-1 on this series. I'd also just like to, for our graphic designer that's doing all the new overlays and things, I would like to get some feedback for him. So if you have any feedback on the new starting soon screen, this lobby simulator screen, the game screen, the new scoreboard we have in the top right there, then just let me know and I'll pass on your thoughts. For the starting soon screen, it switches between the construction screen and the timer screen really quickly, so we decided to slow that down for next time. So if that's your concern, then so the players are just about to start here. What have we had so far? We've had 2 AOK, 2 AOC. Okay, so we are starting the next set here. This is going to be Malay vs Ethiopians. Okay, so over here we have Vinchester for the Ethiopians. Really strong civ, we've seen him with this before. I should also mention that this is currently very similar to a show match I once hosted that was Melkor and Vinchester. I can see what you're saying, Joshua. I believe it was Ethiopians vs Huns. Huns was a really strong pick from Melkor, but Vinchester played Ethiopians so well. In that show match, again, it was a best of 5, this is a best of 7, but otherwise it's pretty much the same, even has the same civ selection settings. We saw Vinchester do a really quick boom. He upped really quickly. He had a map much like this, actually, where he had all safe stuff. He had safe main gold and main stone and stuff in the back. He walled. He had 2 wood lines that were really close like this as well. He walled about here to the TC, and he walled from about here to here. And that was it. He just did a really quick mini boom into like Hal Bram. He was going to go Hal Bonger, cancelled it. He had some really good decisions by then. I think we might see something similar here. He had a really similar map, really similar strategy to how he's playing now. What are we seeing over here? We have Melkor with a okayish map. He is the Malay. Malay is a nice strong civ. Although, of course, against Ethiopians, Ethiopians are really good siege. They have a lot of options. Show tells maybe not quite a realistic option to counter the infantry, but the fast Arbalast can really do a number on the Malay. What we're going to see here, his map is okay. His map's pretty good actually. This is lot back area over Finch, same amount for Melkor. This is nice, this is good enough to build farms in for booming in the back. Pretty safe as well from raiding. Second gold in the back, main gold quite back. This is a 3-deer map again. Main stone though, not so good. Second stone must be outside, it's over here. It's not the best map, but he does have some nice backs. It's just a lack of stone, especially if you have to find yourself going karambits. I guess the Ethiopians though, I don't really see going karambits being a thing. Sure, maybe you want to try and snipe siege or something in the lair. Vinch is almost a villager behind. Must have maybe a little bit of idle, maybe a little bit of trouble. That doesn't matter too much. Malay with that stone against Ethiopians. Ethiopians feels like a really strong civ against Malay because really fast Arbalast. Arbalast that fire really fast anyway is going to be really strong against Karambits, 2-handed spam. Even the elephants are not going to survive against that too well. Of course you do have the free pikemen to transition into the halberdiers quickly. I quite like that idea. I don't see what Malay could really do against that. They have to be quite aggressive early, maybe monks. Force the Ethiopian player to have to maybe open crossbow, delay their economy a bit. Don't let them do like a straight rapid boom. I don't know how Melkor's going to play this. I mean, the one thing I can see him doing is going for the Malay bomber cannons as a way of sniping things like onagers, and that way he could just easily go skirm. Skirmisher might be the solution to his problem, so he's gonna have to master a lot of them. We're gonna be like talking late game here. Personally, I'm a big fan of the current scoreboard. I think it's unique, it's new, it's quite nice. So what are we going to see strategy-wise from either player? We're probably going to see a really fast boom from a Ethiopian player, maybe 24 plus 2, maybe a 25 plus 2? You could always do 23 plus 2, but it doesn't matter too much. Ethiopians are a really nice thing. The plus 100 food, of course, means it's easier for them to FC on lower populations. They don't need as much food, but they don't have to collect gold. So they save those 2 villagers, they could be on food instead, that kind of thing. You could FC with a lot of wood as Ethiopians without even that much food, and you'll be up to Castle Age perfectly fine at a good time. Malay, we're gonna see some later build, like 30 plus 2, 32 plus 2. Already quite a bit on wood. He's now going to go on gold quite early. Of course, he's Malay. He needs to bank gold for a bit longer because he ups quite a bit earlier. (26 plus 2 from Vinch with the barracks. I'm not entirely sure why he would want to go archers at the moment. It'd be quite risky. Maybe he would want it as a way of defending. Maybe just FC with the range, fully defend, and boom. I can't think of much else. I think Melkor's only way of being able to do this is to do some really early aggression stuff, and the archers might be against that. He's not moving to gold yet, so of course he's not going to be making archers for anytime soon, or at least on the way up. Just got a 30 plus 2 over here, 31 plus 2, 32 plus 2 maybe? Doesn't really matter as Malay, that's still really fast up. One relic here, 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 here. Just to quickly summarize, quickly looking at the relics. This definitely looking a little bit of advantage here for Vinch. Vinch can easily grab these, Melkor can easily grab one of them. This one here, maybe a little bit more disputed, and the rest are kind of, you know, out here. Oh, this one. So Vinch managed to FC, he's building a stable, he's going to go scouts as Ethiopians. Nothing wrong with going scouts from Ethiopians, because of course you could do it quite early with the build that you could do without having to collect gold. You don't need gold of course to make scouts, so you got villagers working on food as well that wouldn't otherwise. Again, could work on scouts. Vinch does not know how far apart they are though. Scouts does work better the further apart you are, you've got more map, especially spread out relics. Melkor, I can... it's 50-50 scouts or archers. He does not scout his opponent though, so probably scouts. That's gonna be a range, isn't it? Oh no, it is a stable, thank god. Either way, both players are going for reasonable openings at this point, nothing wrong with that. Surprising to see Vinch go scouts though, considering he half kills his own scout by luring the boar every time. I've yet to see Vinch get sniped as soon as he leaves his base. Melkor not taking this fight, he wants to get one of his scouts here. He's about to find out that Vinch went scouts though, which is quite important. Oh, Melkor's going to open the gate for him. No, he isn't. And that is really bad for Melkor. But of course, Vinch does still have to run because he is at the scout. Pretty equal scouts, but he's ahead. But if he wants to keep attacking the gate, keeping it open, then he can't, you know, he's going to lose that fight. TC's been thrown up immediately as well. One is safe for Vinch. One TC, one monastery. Other TC coming up here, maybe here. I'm gonna guess here. As for Melkor, of course, he's up quite strong economy. Doesn't have too much food, of course, that does happen when you go scouts and you're, well, Lightcav even. Lightcav for Melkor is going to really try hard to get his map control. Scouts for Vinch is not going to play too much into his hands because now Vinch has to get Lightcav on his own. And Vinch doesn't have much gold. He doesn't have enough gold to research Lightcav. It's 100 gold, isn't it? As far as I'm concerned. Why does this tell me nothing? Oh no, it's only 50 gold. What's 100 gold then? That's bloodlines, never mind. I've been confusing my upgrades. I guess that's quite well played by Vinch then, if he did collect 50 gold specifically for that reason. But yeah, we're gonna see a Lycav vs Lycav fight. Vinch already with the 3 TCs though, whereas Melkor is only on currently 1, adding the second. I think Melkor's gonna have a little bit of an easier time adding a lot more Lycav to this. He could have a good mass and probably win these fights quite easily. Oh, but 1 just easily getting sniped. Can 3 beat 4? I don't think so. But of course, these 3 half-dead ones are still going to be fine when this 4th one comes along. Oh, hoping to get a monk snipe. That was well planned. Melkor getting the closer relics first at this point. He knows he can't get this one. He probably is better off just giving up on the idea of getting this one. If he does, he could just bring all his Lycav back, heal them up. He could easily take care of this position here. And with this position, he'll be able to get the 4 relics. 4 relics is definitely better if you don't have to invest as much as you have to do just to get the 5th one. Healing the Lycav here. Effective. Oh, but that relic getting picked up. So the much more difficult one for Melkor to get is now here. Oh, that's unfortunate. No Lycav from the Ethiopian player, he just sort of gave up. No pikemen as well. A free pikeman thrown into the mix can be in. There's no body odor command, I'm afraid. Melkor's still 2 TC, he does, he's on the 3rd TC, he does have the villager advantage. He did go so heavy into Lycav though, it did cost him a little bit. 3? Was that 3rd? Oh, it's a market. I thought that was going to be a 4th TC, but 3 TCs from Vinch is going to put him a little bit ahead for a little bit. I don't think it's going to matter all too much in the upcoming time, but... Oh no. He still sent the monk up there. He might even lose it. Oh my god, that conversion hack. And he's just going to go up there, he's going to keep the 1 Lycav here to try and snipe this monk. If he does snipe this monk, it's going to be quite funny to see. And indeed. Oh, it's on stand ground. No. Titanic. But at least he manages to get 3 relics in the end. He didn't notice, and he's just going to run because he's going to get converted anyway. What can Malay do without a massive gold advantage like that though? Of course, Ethiopians, they do need gold to make their siege, but then again, if they go siege ram, not too much. Not entirely sure of the plan here, but Vinch is definitely 4 TCs. Okay, he added another one. Vinch is rocking the economy right now. 3 TCs against 4 Ethiopian TCs with a quite fast up, going scouts as well. I guess Malay do have the Vill advantage, but of course he's now going to be losing the Vill advantage sometime soon. I think BBC might be a decent key for Malay. Ram's still not the best though. This is currently live, yes. The finals are live. Semi-finals should have been live, but that's a story for another day. Vinch buying food. Does he want to up really quickly? No, he wants to get the Bodkin arrow. He wants to double range crossbows. Is he expecting some kind of forward? Or maybe he just wants to like prematurely take map control before either of them imp. If he does that, then of course no forwards. That's going to be quite strong. Vinch not noticing. Or now he noticed. Now he noticed. So what's Vinch going to do? He does have 2 relics, there's not a lot for gold. He does have a decent amount of villagers on gold, quite a lot actually. So I guess I can justify building archers on the way up while he's saving up the food. Not a lot of food. Farmer count is 30. 30 is maybe not so great when you're running 4 TCs. But that means he really is not aiming for any food options when he gets to him. At least right away. Siege ram might be a bit expensive, Onager might be a bit expensive. So we're gonna see what he can afford. Melkor now knows what's going on here. Crossbows. That's good for him to at least know that's going on. What can you do against Arbalast? Like, the fast bomber cannon is like the closest I can think of. Skirms is going to be really loose on the map though. Then again, as I was saying, the food count for Vinch is quite low. Both. Oh, Melkor now imping and his Malaise is going to imp a lot faster. The farm count for Vinch is so low that I think he's probably not going to be able to get Siege Ram right away. Skirms might work. I didn't even see that relic get there. So easily just going to get sniped by the crossbowman though. And his main gold is so exposed. Oh man, what's he going to do to protect his main gold here? He needs to get like a few skirmishers here pronto, otherwise he's kind of dead. Thumb ring coming in? Okay. Alright, I think if he gets Bodkin Arrow quickly, and he masks like 8 skirms or something, he probably push this all back, at least try and surround this base in, trapping Vinch in. Then at least that relic is not such a big issue. Vinch is now clicked up though again, Loom, so he's planning to build a more forward ballistics. Time Watch, always a good upgrade to get. Bodkin Arrow, Leather Arch Armor from Melkor. Okay, I'm a little bit confused as to what the plan now is, especially since his golds are pretty now denied. Use skirms, move on to the map, maybe he takes more map control. Castle coming up, there we go. That's what I was hoping for. This stuff here just going to get cleaned up, but the castle's still going to go up. I mean, enough pikemen at this point would definitely kill the skirmishers, because obviously the minimum range just screws them over a bit. Not a lot of skirms, lots of halves though. So what's going to be the siege of choice? Onagers or Rams? If it's Rams, they are not too ideal at tanking. Oh, Onager. So what are we going to see then? Are we going to see monks or bomber cannons from melee to counter the Onager? I'm not seeing much in the way of Onager counters from the melee player. Can he afford to build a castle? Yeah, it's clearly a castle right there, I'm blind. Own siege workshops, probably for... maybe even capped rounds would be okay with that. Shotels though, shotels. Those can snipe bomber cannons quite easily. Doesn't really need upgrades, but if he's going to go for halbs anyway, the shotel is going to be quite helpful. Mixing his own Arbalast as well as skirms. Skirm Arbalast combination? I don't know, it's not something I'm thinking too much about. But Vinch is going ahead with the Arbalast and the Bracer before Melkor gets a chance to. I think Melkor's lost this one. He's not quite out-sived, he's, you know, reasonably out-sived. But the map, as well as just this castle in position right here, I mean, Vinch is going to be able to clean this up. I can't see what Melkor can clean this up with. Does he have Bracer? Oh, he does, Bracer and Chemistry. That's seemingly enough to take out the Mangonels apparently. Siege Engineers, Bomber Cannons gonna come in. Finally, now we're talking. Alright, so Bomber Cannons definitely changed the dynamic of this game. Not much going on around here, but Melkor now recovered his main gold and he's taking this second here. Economy wise, Vinch is about 11 villagers ahead, which is not insignificant, it's just, you know, not enough to prevent either player having a strong enough economy to do too much. This castle is going to get spam repaired when Melkor tries to mass up some army to assist. It does not have much wood. Lots of food though. Please tell me Bomber Cannon is going to come out, snipe this, no problem. Almost full upgrade Arbalast, he's getting the armor upgrades now to complete them off. Leather Arch Armor. Capped Rams. Getting his own skirms as well. Your orb scrum's a lot better when your orbs fire that much faster. Oh, that should have, in my opinion, that really should have been the finishing blow. He's just going to infinitely micro this, of course. No redemption for the Ethiopians. They can't do too much about it except their own siege mainly. Actually, the Arblast should be okay to snipe this. I was actually surprised Vinch got pushed back here. Maybe he was just, now I see a lot of ranges, but I didn't see too many at the time. Making own siege workshop, of course he has chemistry, so he can make his own bomber cannons. And of course Ethiopians are, you know, pretty much some of the best siege in the game. That fully upgraded siege tech tree with siege engineers, as well as the tech for siege, is pretty strong. The Rams now coming in though. The Rams are going to be really hard to just sit and snipe with bomber cannons forever, if he chose to do so. There we go. So that's going to be the Ram down. The skirms are just going to get cleaned up with the BBC. There's enough Arbalast here to really put this into a bit of jeopardy here. So what is Finch going to do? Researching Siege Ram. Mass Siege Ram should definitely be able to do it. The bomber cannons can't snipe the Rams forever. It's going to be bomber cannon micro war at this point, I think. But when the Rams come in, different dynamic entirely. I guess Melkor stopped making skirms, but he's not making enough bomber cannons to counter the skirms of his own, so he needs to just equal the numbers right now, I think. Vinch here? I mean, he does have an absolutely thriving economy. He has 10 villagers behind because Melkor did overboom a little bit. Maybe he's planning two-hand spam, something along those lines. Conscription's coming out, so maybe he wants to go Karambits to fight the skirms. Who knows? But population-wise, both players decent population. 150 for Vinch, 165 for Melkor. Nothing to stop the bomber cannons though. He's getting elite Karambit in this castle. Is it his only castle? It is. He has nothing right now to even kill the Rams. He can't make Karambits because he's researching that. He'll get it up. Maybe he will be able to repair that for long enough. Some villagers coming through to repair it, but not enough. And he's housed as he needs to make Karambits. That is really unfortunate. Those Karambits are not going to last all too long, but maybe they could actually start sniping the Rams, but he no longer has any. I don't see him building another castle, but now he's on this stone. I don't actually remember where his inside stone was. Does anyone remember where his stone was? Was it one of these? Something like that? Yeah, he's going to have a hard time killing the Rams, so he's just going to kill the villagers right now. He does have enough Arbalast and skirmishers to take on the army though. So the Rams alone might not be enough. And the one Karambit's probably doing the most damage here. Plate mill armor, I don't think, with losing a castle like that after repairing it so long, there's not that much stone left for you on the map. So maybe he's just going to get the tech to get the free 200 swordsman. Well, the gold free 200 swordsman. Then going to ramp himself up to like 75 farmers. Melkor, 26 farmers. Wow, that's not a lot of economy at all, is it? He's gonna have to do some really big changes if he wants something to deal with that. 41 farmers, 41 lumberjacks for Vinch. It looks pretty balanced. He has 5 gold miners? That's not a lot. But then again, he does have 2k gold in the bank and he has mined out pretty much most of the gold, all the gold he has access to. Oh, Melkor's now taking control of the map where the rest of the gold is that Vinch actually needs. Maybe Vinch takes a position up here, attacking, maybe Treb. He might be in a good position. Karambit's now running wild, maybe some... Some attack upgrades would definitely help those. Onagers are now in though, bomber cannons finally coming back out. 2 of them, but more siege workshop, more bomber cannons coming out. He's definitely ahead of the game here, he has what he needs. Not enough siege rams to really turn anything like 6 or any more siege rams really. Is Vinch going to hotels? I think maybe he's just making a few to oh, that's some beautiful quick walling right there. But then again, he does lose the gold. This castle will go up. This castle will probably Elite Shotel, you are crazy. If he needs it, he needs to claim this gold immediately. He needs to somehow get this gold even. He doesn't have the gold to make this run. He probably spent all his gold just trying to make that happen. He has no gold left inside. Oh, that is crazy. The skirms would absolutely melt to the Shotels and as well as the Karambits actually. But that's just not enough. You can't afford to keep making those. You can't afford to spend the rest of your gold there when you're trying to go for gold intensive units. So the bomber cannons, they have to run from the siege ram. The ram will probably go down before bomber cannon gets hit. Yeah, it will. What's the plan against Shotels? Skirms aren't going to quite do it. He does have Arbalast researched, so he can just add in some more Arbs into the mix. Snipe the Shotels. And the bomber cannon should take care of the skirms and some quantity of the rams. Along with the Karambits to assist. I'm a bit surprised at the lack of two-handed swordsman. Two-handed swordsman would be really strong against the Shotels as well as the skirms. And then the Arbalast can be countered quite simply in comparison. Ooh, Shotel's not aiming for the bomber cannons. That could have been huge. I said as I was losing my voice. Bomber cannon's going down. Vinch has a really nice push here, and Vinch actually, he has control up here. Vinch is winning this one with Shotels. He has no gold, but he's actually pushing back. Vinch has to be drained completely of gold before any of this will pay off for Melkor. Vinch is definitely using it. The sell price of resource is still really good. 52 for food, 41 for wood. That's quite a good trade. Nothing to stop the rams again. Oh, my bad. 2 castle Karambits from Melkor, and of course he's going to lose one. He's going to have to send an unholy amount of Karambits to try and kill that under the castle fire. Melkor being wide open though, no Arbalast, no skirmishers to just hold this position. Another castle coming up here. I'm not entirely sure how I feel about that castle, to be honest. No ballistics. Ah, that explains quite a lot. Yep, no ballistics. That's pretty huge. Vinch playing really well. Oh, like, that's so unfortunate. Castle down right at that moment. But the rams, 2 of them are not enough when you've got this many villagers and Karambits to quickly try and take them down. Decent amount of Arbalast here, but no skirms. Is he still low on the food count? 27 farmers. He has not got enough to keep making food units, which he needs to counter the rams. I do think Ethiopians was a really good pick here. Melkor run out of stone, he can't do anything about this anymore. Maybe mass up 10 Karambits. Run and quickly snipe, maybe? But he's losing down here, and if he loses down here, then he's kind of lost. I think he has enough. Melkor has the army lead here. Vinch is... I don't know about Vinch at this point. Vinch did overwin though, and he could always sell infinitely just to get enough gold to have a small amount of Shotels. Just quickly try and snipe the bomber cannons to kill the Karambits and the skirms quite well. Nothing left but villagers that could probably take down the siege ram quick enough. Skirms here, big deal though. Melkor has no production buildings. That's why he's got 15 queued up and everything. I think this might be GG for Melkor already. He doesn't even have the room anymore to build anything. And this is not walled. RIP, good. How many villages is that? 25? Vinch playing really well. Some nice macro there. The villagers I had selected are just slowly disappearing. This is going to be one hell of a comeback if there is a comeback here. I do think Melkor does need to get the Thalastoxia, whatever the hell it's called, tech, or is it the no, that's not. Force Levy, that's the one. Lost his relics for Monastery, didn't move them back. No gold income left, it's GG called. Really impressive game by Vinch. I'm actually going to look at the stats. I do need to quickly make a scene at some point that's got this enlarged. That was a really nice game by Vinch. A lot more units lost from Melkor, a lot of those would be Karambits, but then again Vinch did lose a lot of gold units. Lack of farms, lack of farms. Oh yeah, the lobby Shatterbrick again. So we're gonna go on a quick 2-minute break here. Okay, so we are back there just starting the game now. We're moving on to the 4th game of the day, and I need to update the scores because I am incompetent. Right now we have a 1-2, 2 for Vinchester. I think Vinch is playing amazingly, and Melkor as well, of course, but this is turning out to be some really nice games. We're not seeing a stomp, we're seeing some really good play, we're seeing some really nice macro in these games actually, some really good smart decisions.